Hey guys, check out this new PYD Life Sublimation oven. It is the prettiest blue for a craft machine that I've ever seen. This is a PYD Life V20 Sublimation oven, and I am beyond excited to finally have one of these in my studio. This is a 20-liter convection oven. It's specifically designed for our mugs and tumblers, and it only weighs around 20 pounds. But this machine is definitely more than just a pretty machine. It actually features a built-in auto 3D vacuum system, which is a huge deal. Now, just a little heads up, PYD is sending those specific vacuum components in a separate shipment, so unfortunately we won't be diving into that in today's video. But as soon as they arrive, you better believe that we will be testing it out together. Today, we're going to put the convection oven to test and see if it lives up to all the hype. And I even had a little oops moment with some shrink wrap that you definitely need to see before you try taking this baby home. Hey guys, this is Tori. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to walk you through Cricut Design Space. If you already know how to do that, I have chapters below, so you can always just go ahead and skip to the next chapter. But I just hate to leave this out just in case you're a newbie and you want to know how to do it. I always like to be super thorough. Anyways, we're in Cricut Design Space, and I purchased this from Etsy, and it's for an 11 ounce. You can go ahead and just shrink it this way, or you can go up here and unlock it, and then you can change the dimensions that way. I'm just going to go ahead and shrink it a little bit. And then I have the template, so I'm just going to take the template and then I'm going to do a range, bring to front. And I probably want this a little bit smaller. So it's just like that. I think that looks good. And what I like about this template is you can see it has the grooves. I like that because it looks really nice on the mug and it wraps the entire mug. So I like that. So what we're going to do is go ahead and select both of these and hit slice. So now we have this image right here and it has the grooves. So we're going to go ahead and make it. And you always want to mirror the image. Select mirror, then continue. We're going to send to the printer, next. And then it's going to pull up the Epson, which I converted to the sublimation printer. So the Epson ET-2720. I'm going to leave the bleed on. Use system dialog. We're going to hit print. And you can see the Epson is selected. We're going to go ahead and hit preferences. And I'm going to be using a legal sheet, so it's already defaulted to legal. And we're going to change paper type to premium presentation matte. Quality will be high. I always uncheck this. I really don't think it matters. Comment below, let me know guys, because I'm always deselecting this. And then we're going to go more options, definitely uncheck high speed, and then custom, advanced, color controls, change color mode to Adobe RGB, gamma is 2.2, and then I'm going to go ahead and just leave this as is, and we're going to hit OK, OK, and print. So I just plugged in the sublimation toaster, and once you're ready to preheat it, you're just going to press this play button, and then it will go ahead automatically preheat the unit, and then when it beeps, it's ready, and then that's when you'll open it up and place everything inside, and then it'll actually start the countdown. So you have about 5 seconds to put everything in, and then it will continue the countdown. If for any reason you need to hit pause, all you do is just tap the play button once again, and that will go ahead and pause it. This is the mode button, which you can see right now it's on 1 because this is set for mugs, so 356 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. You can change the mode just by pressing modes, and then those are just some preset popular times for sublimating. If you want to do a custom, you have minus, and then you have plus. This is the minutes. Over here, this is for the vacuum, which we're not using today. I'll have to learn about that as well. And then you have the vacuum button there. It's really easy to use, you guys. Let's go ahead, we're gonna preheat the oven, and then you can hear it. And it's gonna go ahead and start preheating. It preheated within 5 minutes, you guys. That is so fast. PYD Life also sent over their 11-ounce sublimation mug blanks 8-pack. That was so sweet of them. And they also sent over their extra large binder clips. So I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use them so you get the best results. I already cleaned this with rubbing alcohol, so you definitely want to clean it first before we sublimate. Do this adorable little kitten. So we're just going to place this on here. You want to make sure it's right side up, because I've done it the opposite way. You also want to make sure that it's placed really tight and that it's even. And then we're going to use heat resistant tape. And let's get this side here. The next thing we're going to do is place the mug inside these sublimation shrink wrap. So we're going to go ahead and just place it just like this, right in the center. And then we're going to pull this tightly, and then that is what the big binders are for. We're going to go ahead and open this as we're pulling. Place it right on the handle. So it's just like this. All right, guys, so we're going to use the Romex heat gun. I'm just going to hold this just like this and shrink it. And then I like to get in here just so it's nice and firm against the handle. And that looks really good. We're going to go ahead and do the next one. So we're going to need our heat resistant gloves. We're going to go ahead, open this up, and we're going to place these in here. So just looking here, let's see if I push that all the way back. I could probably get 3 or 4 of these in there if you're using the binders. And we're gonna go ahead and hit go. So I know someone's gonna ask, do you have to use binders? So we're gonna try it out and see, because I don't really know. So I went ahead and I just taped this really well, top, bottom, side. Just wanna make sure everything's pressed against it. We're gonna go ahead and use the same shrink wrap. So we're down to about 55 seconds. We're gonna pull those out once the timer goes off. And then we're gonna go ahead and place this one in there to see how it does. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take it out. And then we're gonna go ahead and place this one inside and close it up. So I tried putting the mug in the oven right on the rack, but as you can see, the shrink wrap started melting immediately. So that is a definite no on that one. Ooh, look at that, you guys. Look how nice that is. Look at the colors. That's so cute. You ready? Ooh, look at that. Super cute. So round 2, this time I lined the rack with parchment paper first, and it turned out great. To answer the big question, no, you don't have to use the binder clips as long as you have that parchment paper down to protect the shrink wrap from the rack. So next I wanted to see how many mugs I could actually fit in this sublimation oven. Once it cooled down, I placed the 11-ounce mugs, leaving enough room for them to have shrink wrap. And I was able to fit 7 mugs. So this sublimation oven is definitely a lot more spacious than it looks. So I am honestly so impressed with how these mugs turned out. This machine only weighs 20 pounds and it really packs a punch. So if you're interested in checking it out, the PYD Life V20 for your own craft room, I'll put the link in the descriptions below so you can grab one. But before we go, I have a question for you guys. Comment below, let me know if you have ever had a shrink wrap disaster like mine today. Or do you have a trick to keep it from sticking to the racks? So I'd love to hear your tips on using parchment paper versus other methods, especially since I'll be doing a lot more batches in this oven soon. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. You definitely don't want to miss the next video where I finally get to show you guys the Auto 3D vacuum system in action. It's going to be a game changer for these blanks, so I'm super excited. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye.